Hello, fellows, and welcome back to today's video. We're jumping right into Starfield today, and I got captured by the UC. So, yeah, we're getting blackmailed into having to be like a spy for them because I racked up quite the bounty on accident. So we're gonna start with that quest and then go from there. Okay, here we go.
All right, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Hello.
Hey.
My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
I don't know if
Good.
that's gonna work.
I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. Dismissed.
Okay.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Ikande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh,
Well.
before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Ikande has authorized a credit disbursement for for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. We'll be here if you need us.
Well,
Pardon.
Excuse me. Yes, what?
okay, well, hopefully we can do this okay. It's been a hot second since I've played this, so bear with me if it seems like annoying that I don't know the controls. Okay.
Howdy.
Okay.
How long we're gone? Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. Releasing ship from dock. Done. You're now free to move among the stars.
Okay. Why is the audio freaking out? Okay, so we're back. I don't understand why the audio got crazy, but we're just gonna go ahead and land. I would switch back to my other ship, but I can have a bigger crew on this one. Until I have the credits to build a new one, that is.
Hey, you might want this.
Okay, I think we're
Captain,
doing okay.
greetings.
Okay,
Got a moment?
I think that I want...
How can I be of service, Captain? Commencing item exchange protocols.
I have 99,000 credits.
I will see you at a later time.
You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night. Vasco never appreciated my humor that much.
I wanted to take
I was just remembering
Vasco,
how
but
I
it was
poured
not
my
going
heart
to be
out
an
to
option.
Vasco so many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel. Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case. I heard back from my contact. They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony. And thanks to our contact, we now have the receipts. I tend to agree. It's interesting, but not enough to take it to a lawyer yet. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information, but that adds risk.
Okay.
I appreciate that, Captain. But I'll take care of any fines or bribes that come up from this. You have always been so supportive of me during this process. Let me take care of this part. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. I'll see if I can find one. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone who's fought the Crimson Fleet. Maybe I should study up on the art of cross-examination. Might come in handy at the trial. That's solid advice. Know your actual limitations, and not the ones granted to you by a mysterious superpower. Anyway, let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Vasco, because I like Barrett as a follower, but it just kind of... He's been hounding me to talk to him, and it's like... I want to focus on getting this quest over and done with.
Leeches in the engine, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Have something for you.
You've been busy, I hear.
Sorry?
Clearing out bad
What do you mean there's no work?
Okay. 3,000 credits,
Estonia may
not
be
bad.
rough around the edges, but it is utterly monumental for humanity.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
Well, hang on there. We haven't even started to negotiate yet.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
What is all the fees?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Need something?
Can you believe people used to think the nearby mountain was a face on the We have the tech to instantly jump across the
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Right down to business. And no small talk. I like it.
That wasn't part of our deal. But I bet you're about to say it's a non-negotiable addendum.
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, I am. Non-negotiable addendum. I like that. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
Oh, man.
Perfect.
We'll see what happens.
His name's Carl
If I end up
Fielding.
having to pay,
You'll
then
find
whatever.
him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Okay, well.
It's not easy coordinating efforts between the Star Yard and here.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Whoa. I've never been on Mars long enough to experience that. What the heck? Okay, well.
Peace be with you.
Something I can help you with?
Dude, what?
Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah? Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Technically, there are several natural geologic phenomena that can stimulate the blood effect.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Oh boy. Oh, it doesn't let me quick save.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know. Maybe so. Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares. Please, Tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wriggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Okay, well, could have been worse. I'm glad I didn't have to spend the 3,000 credits.
You never know where you'll be set out.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Woohoo! 11,000? Heck yeah.
The community center on P1 is a good place.
Okay, so... So far, so good.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Oh boy.
Joking. I hope we aren't either.
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of credits. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody, runs away from the fleet.
Yikes. Okay, well.
Pilot of the Regana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. I do not understand. Please confirm your intentions. Maybe we can work something out.
Exactly. Talks like these always work better in person. We can hash things out, break bread, the whole deal.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. All right, you can dock. We will talk then.
I have something to discuss with you when you're able.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even see it.
Okay, put the knife down, guy. And the guns.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Alright, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Take me to the stars, Captain.
Just going to jump back and forth.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
do not like fighting with a starborn ship. What does that sound? Okay, we're gonna reload because I don't know what the sound was. That is kind of frustrating so far that there's been like 2 sound glitches that are just force you to restart. What is the sound?
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yup, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes
I
taught
was just
you
gonna
something.
say that.
Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole,
Again.
I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Sounds good.
You better stow that crap before you make me change my mind. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
I guess that makes you a pirate of the Crimson Fleet. All that's left to do now is to get yourself an eye patch and a parrot.
All right. Okay. Okay, there is a comment on Reddit. Apparently this specific quest has a lot of bugs. So they say to turn this off and then to land on Mars. Switch to a different quest, go back in space, and then it should work. Because the problem I'm having is it's like literally invisible, and when I try to get close to it, then it jumps somewhere else. So hopefully this will work. I don't know if it will. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and take off.
Lifting off now.
This right here is my catnip.
Okay, let's see if this works now. I don't feel like it's going to, but... There it is! Okay, that was so annoying. I thought I was messing something up, but... I really, really want to like this game, but sometimes it's just like so frustrating. Okay.
Commander Conde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Pagana.
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
Okay, well, I'm glad that got fixed.
At ease, soldier. We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. I do. I know it's a delicate tightrope, and it doesn't go unnoticed that you're risking your own life to walk it.
True. We seem to be pretty good at risking our lives and coming out of it safe. Of course, this is a game you can only lose once.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
Yikes.
But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
I wonder if the files mention any of his poker tales. Pirates and gamblers are basically part of the same genus.
You will be thankful you did the homework when it comes time for the test. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the quay. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and stop that episode there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching today, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all next time.